The April Gina K Designs kit is available and it contains so many fun items to create both adorable and beautiful birthday cards. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel, and in today's video I'll be sharing the items in the Sweet Celebrations Gina K Designs monthly kit. So first, let's unbox the kit so I can show you exactly what's included. I love the Gina K Designs kits because they always come packed to the rim with lots of stamps, dies, stencils, and more. So starting out this month, we have the Gina K Designs Fancy Dogwood 3D embossing folder and die, as well as the stencil. So these are absolutely beautiful flowers that can be created and colored in so quickly, and I love being able to do that with stencils. Next up, we have the Birthday Sprinkles stamp set and die set. You can see the die set cuts out the two different sentiments. Everything else is just stamp to make backgrounds or just other items. You'll see how I'll use it later in the video. Then we have the Picture Perfect Greetings stamp set and die set. This one, every single sentiment can be cut out with a coordinating die. So love that, to be able to pop them up on dimensional adhesive. Next, we have Sweet Celebrations. You can see that there is the opportunity to create like a cake pop. I made mine into a cookie. There's also a piece of cake and a cupcake. Lots of options, and all through die cutting, which is so much fun. I absolutely love it. Next, we have the Picture Perfect frames. You have a Polaroid frame, you have an Instax frame, and then a double frame, and two pieces of like washi tape that you can use to pretend to tape those photos up. Now let's use the kit to make some fun cards. I decided to start with the freebie this month, so I'm starting with the Fancy Dogwood Blooms. I've already embossed the image on white cardstock, and then I'll line up the first stencil around the embossing. So very easy to do when you have the three-dimensional embossing, to place the stencil right around it so that you can get coloring right on those raised areas. The first stencil features some leaves and stems, so I'm using some Gina K Designs Kelly Green ink. Now, I really love this color, so I've decided to use it on two different stencils, and I will use different pressure on each of the stencils so that the colors look a little different. So here you can see on the second stencil, I'm not really adding a lot of ink to the brush, and then it comes out as a really light color, which you can do with any of your ink pads to get a little bit more bang for your buck if you don't have lots and lots of colors. Next up, I will start coloring in those flowers. I have the light carnation pink, and I'll dab some of that on. Now I'm trying to make the centers of those flowers a little bit darker. So you can see there's a little bit more pressure in some of those areas at the center, sometimes at the ends as well, just so that some of the petal looks almost translucent or light pink. And you can really do this just again with a different amount of pressure on your brush. I am using a Simon Hurley brush today. I had a couple right on my desk that I'm waiting to work on another project for, so I thought I would use them here. I really love them, and they can really be used to create lots of different levels of pressure. Next up, we'll use the Gina K Designs Medium Carnation ink. The pink carnation inks come in three different levels. So you have light, medium, and dark. What I love about that is that all three obviously go very well together. It's the same color, just lighter or darker, and it gives you the option to create something like flower petals in those two different levels or darkness of color, and everything will still coordinate perfectly. Now those flower centers, I have a little bit of yellow ink for that, and then basically that is the entire stencil. You can also die cut and then emboss and then stencil two of the flowers that are in the design. But I'm using the whole flat design just for this card today. You can use those other flowers to pop up some of the elements of the design. I'll cut this down to about 4 by 5 1/4 so that I can mat it on some colorful cardstock. And I'll do that by kind of rotating the card around because I don't want too much taken off of one side or the top or the bottom. This way it looks like it's even. Next, I'll have the Picture Perfect greetings and some Gina K Designs amalgam ink, and I'll stamp one of those birthday sentiments. This one just says happy birthday to you, and I'll cut that out with the coordinating die, holding it in place with some Spellbinder's Best Ever craft tape. Then I'll add a little foam strip behind that sentiment so I can pop it up right on top of some of the flowers. Super, super easy. Love the way this comes out. You could definitely do different colors as well, but the pinks really just look so nice. Next up, I wanted to show you the Picture Perfect frames. So I've cut them all out of white cardstock. Here's the largest frame that's sort of the Polaroid frame. Then this one to me reminds me of like an Instax frame. And then this one is that double frame, which is kind of like a film strip frame. And then, like I mentioned before, there are 2 dies that can cut out sort of a jagged edged washi tape. It looks like it was torn on both edges to place on the top of the frames. So I have cut out that double frame that looks like a film strip, and I've taken the inside of that, which is this square, and I'll stamp some of the birthday sprinkles stamps all around this little square just to decorate it. So it kind of looks like little fireworks or sparklers, and you can just do it in a bunch of colors so that it looks fun and celebratory for one of the frames. Then for the other frame, I used the square to stamp the It's Your Birthday sentiment. Then on the frame itself, I stamped Say Cheese because it's just so cute. And now I'll double up that frame because I want it to have a little bit of dimension, but I don't want to run a really thin line of foam tape around it. So this is easier, I think. And I'll use some Gina K Designs matte adhesive in that fine tipped glue bottle. Next, I'll take some tape runner and adhere down a piece of colorful cardstock onto an A2 piece of white cardstock. I'll grab that glue once again, that liquid adhesive, and run thin lines all around that little frame so that I can make sure that all those sides and corners stay glued down. And I'll have that at an angle. I think that looks fun with the frames. And then I'll add some foam squares behind those inner pieces, those squares that we die cut out. So those are popped up as well. Next, I'll take a little bit of the liquid adhesive and add one of the pieces of washi tape that we die cut out. And then from the other die set, I will add some of these die cut hearts so that we have that pink color. It's Petunia cardstock in 3 different places so that it really makes the eye go around the entire card. Even though it's clean and simple, I like the way it all came together. For this card, I die cut out several of the elements from the Sweet Celebrations die set, and I'll use a little bit of the Gina K Designs Petunia ink to add a little bit of ink blending around the edges. So I have the cupcake and the liner and then some frosting, and then I cut out one of those hearts. I really love those hearts. It's a basic shape, but it's so rounded and perfect that I think it will look nice on so many more cards in the future as well, not just for birthdays. So you can see a lot of the dies here are layerable. You could cut out 2 different colors of the liner to make it layerable as well, but I cut them both out of Gina K craft cardstock and then adhered them together with that liquid adhesive. And as I mentioned, I think this might supposed to be cake pop because there's a stick, but I decided to make little cookies with swirled frosting on top instead. And I love having all of this kind of neutral color with the pink that pops off of that. The cupcake comes with the cake level and then 2 icing levels. There's a couple of other things that you can add to the cupcake as well. Like I said, I decided to just top it with one of those hearts because I just love them so much. And the ink blending really just adds a nice touch. So if you haven't done that in a while, ink blended on the edges of your die cuts, I highly recommend it. Sometimes I forget to do it, and then when I do add it on, I just love the look. It just adds kind of a finishing touch around the edge. Next, I used the same Gina K black ink to stamp my sentiment. It says, "Hope your birthday is picture perfect." And I'll use the coordinating die to cut out this sentiment, holding it in place with some Spellbinder's Best Ever craft tape and running it through my die cut machine. And it die cuts perfectly. I love how it goes around some of the letters as well. Next, for the two different frames that I'll be using, I cut them out of blue cardstock as well as white so that I could have the inner color be a different color than the frame. And I adhered the inner color first on the top right-hand corner and then used the two cookies. I'll adhere one down flat and one popped up so that it looks like there's sort of a stack of photos that's been strewn across the card. Just another fun look working with some angles instead of everything being always picture perfect straight, which is usually what I have to do just to make myself feel better, I guess. I don't know. But it is kind of fun to work on angles. So I might be doing a little bit more of that in the future as well. Then I'll add the sentiment, which is popped up on some foam adhesive, and then flip the card over and trim off anything that's hanging off the background of the card. So that background is a Gina K cardstock as well. I'll link everything down in the YouTube description box, and I'll just trim that off, that piece of A2 cardstock, to make a really, again, clean and simple but fun card. I'm not sure about you, but I need birthday cards all the time. So this kit was perfect for building up my stash of birthday cards. But I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to check this kit out quickly. The kits that everybody loves tend to sell out really fast, so I have a link to this kit in the description box below the video. As always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon.